Our scripture reading is from Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, in which Matthew says, "No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." In our culture, money is very important. And of course, it is important for our own needs and for our recreation, for our leisure activities. But it can't become the center of our life, obviously. Because if it does, then all of our efforts and our time and even the gifts that we have are going to be given over to that. All of us have heard of the experiences of some families where mother and father are trying to earn so much money to take care of their children, maybe to have a second house, a cottage someplace, to go on expensive trips and so on, and yet they lose their focus as a whole family or within their marriage. Money can come to dominate our lives. And also we have to be careful in our culture because there's a certain prestige that comes along with having things, the better car, the bigger house. Also with the amount of money that we might have. We tend to look up to millionaires and to billionaires. We don't necessarily look up to those that have very little, and yet people that might have very little are actually living out lives that are more dedicated to Christ. So it's for us, we need to take a look at how we use money and whether it is in service of one another and in service of God, or if it is really a use for ourselves and tends towards greed. So we might ask ourselves today, how is it that we share some of our treasure for the good of other people, and how does that help us not to make money so important in our lives? We call to mind that Paul says to Timothy in 1 Timothy, "For the love of money is the root of all evils, and some people in their desire for it have strayed from the faith and have pierced themselves with many pains." People can become very discouraged. They can even become despairing if all they desire is wealth and the possession of things. How is it that we share out of the treasure that we have for the good of others?